Hey guys, let's answer question number 1. Order the set from least to greatest by plotting them on the number line. So our number line goes from 0 to 1, right? So it looks like all these numbers are going to be between 0 and 1. We're gonna need a calculator for this, but to make this a little more precise, I think if we add a 0 to all these, so 0.10, 0.20, 0.30, 0.40, 0.50, 0.60, 0.70, 0.80, 0.90. That's just going to help us get a little more precise. So I think when we do these calculations, let's round it to the hundredth place, so the second decimal place. So if I do 4 divided by 9, I get 0.4 repeating. So 0.4 with a line over it, right? So that means 4, 4, 4, 4 forever. But if we rounded that, we'd say it's about 0.44. So 0.44 is going to be between 0.40, 0.4 and 0.5, 0.40 and 0.50, right? So almost about halfway. So I think A is going to be right in this section somewhere. B says 1/5 times pi. So I need to do 1/5 times pi on my calculator. I'm going to get a long decimal, but if I rounded it, it would be 0.63. If I round it to the hundredth place. So 0.63 is going to be between 0.60 and 0.70, but a little bit closer to 0.60, right? So we think B is going to be somewhere in this section. C says the cube root of 20 divided by 3. So again, we're going to get a long decimal. If I do the cube root of 20 divided by 3, but if we round that, we're going to round it to about 0.90. So 0.90. Well, that's going to be right on 0.90, right? So C is going to be right on it. The cube or the square root of 1. Well, the square root of 1 is 1. The square root of 1 is 1. And 1 is going to be right here on 1. The cube root of 3 divided by 3. So again, I'm going to get a long decimal, an irrational number, but if I rounded it, I would get about 0.58. So 0.58 is going to be between 0.50 and 0.60, but almost to 0.60, right? So like somewhere in this section. And F says 43%. If we're going to turn a percent to a decimal, we just got to move the decimal over 2 spots. So it's about, well, it is 0.43, 0.43. And 0.43 is going to be a little bit before 0.44, right? So it's going to be right before that A. It's kind of hard to do this. We don't have enough room there, but right before it. So our order would be F, A, E, B, C, D. All right, I hope that helps.